3 reasons why people are dumb. 1. Lack of complete self-awareness. People don't know who they are. People believe in an idea of who they are based on expectations from themselves. Are these expectations met? No. If you ever want to find out who a person really is, put them in a situation of chaos and they will show their base reality. Your true personality basically is the control of your conscious mind over your subconscious, and that takes a lot of introspection, analysis of the past, self-reflection, self-judgment, analysis of your own thinking, your actions toward others, your actions toward your own betterment, your limits of selfishness, your interpretation of your actions, your interpretations of your own selfishness, and a series of more things. Do you really think people do that? Fuck no. Self-awareness is knowing who you are, and not in a good way. It's acknowledging and accepting the worst sides and tendencies in you, because only once you know the capacity of damage you can cause and selfishness you can thrust on your most loved ones, do you realize the need to create self-control. 2. People are delusional. If you want to know how to avoid really delusional people who are going to mess up your life, look for the one who's communicating to you the feeling, I am very good, I am nice. Every person who has been in a messed up relationship can attest to the fact that the reason they went into the relationship was because the person in the beginning appeared to be very nice and good. Any person who believes these two things about themselves is probably insanely delusional and self-obsessed. Who should you trust? A person who communicates, I am messed up, but I am working on it. And whether they are working on it or not, I am messed up is still far better than I am nice and good. Because the first one at least acknowledges the practical realness of being a human. To be nice and good are conscious choices, not somebody's state of being. You have to actively and consciously work toward being nice and good by making choices that allows others' happiness to be met. And that happens only when you realize you can just as easily hurt and use others as you can make them happy. Another reason why people are delusional is because there is no self-awareness. The vacuum of self-discovery or knowledge about self gets replaced and filled by suitable and favorable perceptions. What do I mean by that? As humans, we're constantly consuming knowledge and information. Whilst doing that, we come across lots of qualities and characteristics that we find admirable. So we think, hey, people really admire these qualities in other people, and I want to be liked as well. Therefore, I'm going to believe I have these qualities too. And from here, people start espousing certain codes of ethics as if they follow them to the core, which in action, they don't. But people believe them because we have a tendency to be charmed by words. Wow, this person says nice things, therefore he must be nice. Well, ever heard of salesmanship? 3. People don't solve their problems. One of the biggest reasons people need to adopt characteristics and qualities that fascinate them is because they never develop qualities and unique characteristics of their own by solving their problems. Meeting and greeting their own self becomes their greatest horror, and at times when they are forced by harsh, unfortunate events, instead of humbling themselves and realizing how broken their system is, they either look for blame, drama, or repress the entire thing. What happens when you don't solve your problems is you build a personality you want to escape. And in doing so, escape is the chosen activity in life. You want to be in relationships in which you want to lose yourself. You want to always go out because at home you're alone and don't want to be with yourself. You want to show people that you're somebody far different in hopes that they don't ever take a glance into the real you. You want to travel because you want to run away from your reality. You want to take drugs and drink and go to clubs because you hate to be conscious and around silence. And you always want people around you because you don't want to be around yourself. And if you're thinking, I'm talking about a minority, you're very wrong. Another devastating thing that happens when you don't solve your problem is you make more mistakes than before. Because solving a problem exposes what your mistake was. It also teaches you what not to be. But you haven't solved shit. So you know shit. Therefore, you keep making the same mistakes, hoping, almost praying that this time it won't be a disaster. And lastly, people who don't solve their problems by blaming others and escaping destroy lives of others because they haven't solved any problems ever. Their decisions are not based on logic, reasoning, farsightedness, planning, or stability. They are based on feelings. Feelings are momentary, which they never tell themselves. So they get into relationships whenever a person makes them feel happy or comfortable or liked. Subconsciously, what they're doing is replacing this person as a solution to their mess, because with him or her, they feel better and nice, thereby confusing momentary happiness with stability. No, stability is achieved individually. Feelings will evaporate at the first sight of disagreement, problem, continuity, or when seriousness and reality enter. At that moment, they break up and move on to the next person who gives them momentary feelings. People who don't solve their problems choose relationships as an escape to forget about their problems. It's a form of emotional procrastination from one empty superficial relationship to another, as long as they can avoid fixing themselves. These are the 3 reasons why people are a major disappointment. If you agree, share this video. Also, if you're planning to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell button, because subscription button means shit now. You can support this channel on Patreon or by sponsoring us on YouTube. If you have a problem, you can message me on Instagram at Mansutra. I hope you have a great day, and never forget, you are awesome.